What's up guys, Chris here from securitybros, back with another video, and today we are taking a closer look at the new Reolink TrackMix WiFi 4K dual lens PTZ IP camera with auto tracking. Is it any good? Let's find out. This is a really nice PTZ camera that comes equipped with two lenses, one really wide angle lens that records in 4K and then a telephoto lens that records in 1080p. And what's unique with the Reolink TrackMix is that you have two different tracking options to choose from. First, you can use it just like a normal auto tracking camera, and it will pan and tilt when tracking the object, and the wide angle lens will capture a panoramic view, while the telephoto lens a more zoomed in view on the tracked object. And when using the second option, the camera will stay in position and the wide angle lens will record everything going on, while the telephoto lens will track digitally within its field of view. And the camera can track people, vehicles and pets. I didn't test tracking pets, but for people and vehicles I think it worked great. Image quality of the wide angle lens is good and it records in 4K, so you can easily see what's going on. The telephoto lens is not that impressive with its 1080p, but it should be good enough to identify someone if they are within reasonable distance of the camera. At night it was okay, nothing amazing, and I think you will have a hard time to identify someone unless they are really close to the camera. It does help for sure using the spotlights for full color night vision. And after testing this camera for a few days, I think this is a good camera, so definitely something worth checking out. The build quality seems to be decent, however I wish they made the whole body in metal instead. Now it's just the middle part that is metal, the bracket and the top part is made of plastic. And since this camera is not yet released when I record this video, I'm not really sure how much the camera will sell for, but as soon as it's available you will find my affiliate links in the video description below with the most updated prices. And for full transparency to you guys, Reolink sent me this camera over for review. However, any opinions in this video are strictly my own based on my experiences testing this camera out. Okay, so the wide angle lens uses an 8 megapixel sensor that records in 3840 by 2160 with a maximum of 25 frames per second, and it uses a 2.8mm lens. While the telephoto lens is only 4 megapixel, but it can only record in 1080p, and it uses an 8 megapixel lens. The camera can pan 355 degrees and tilt 90 degrees, and it has a 6 times hybrid zoom. The camera also supports up to 32 preset points, so you can quickly move the camera to a new position, but it does not support patrol. And by using the camera with the Reolink app, you can get instant push notifications when the camera detects motion, which you can then view directly in the app from playback saved on the microSD card. You can of course also use their cloud service if you want, but that's optional. And the camera supports up to 256GB microSD card. You can also use the camera with most brands NVRs or software since it supports OnVIF. However, you do need to turn on RTSP and OnVIF in the settings before you can use it, which you will find in the camera's web interface. It also supports two-way audio, so you can talk and listen through the camera.
And this is how it sounds like when I talk through the camera.
You can also use an alarm siren when motion is detected to scare away any intruders. And the Wi-Fi version that I'm testing supports both 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. You can also use a network cable if you want, but then I would recommend getting the PoE version instead. And they will release 4 versions of this camera: Wi-Fi, PoE, battery powered and a 4G version. For night vision, the camera is using 2 infrared lights for normal black and white night vision, as well as 2 spotlights for full color night vision, and the night vision range is supposed to be up to 15 meters. The camera is made for outdoor use, so it should be weatherproof, and I did spray some water on it for a while, and the camera worked just fine after. The working temperatures are -10 to 55 degrees Celsius. Okay, so what we get in the box is the camera, a power adapter, 4.5 meter extension cable, 1 meter network cable, a quick start guide, weatherproof connector cover, mounting template and a bag with screws. On the front of the camera we get the 2 lenses, 2 infrared lights, the microphone, light sensor and the 2 spotlights. On the back we will find the speaker, and under this cover we got the micro SD card slot and the reset button. So to connect the camera to the app is really easy, and you will find the Reolink app on Google Play Store or App Store depending on what device you're using. When you have the app open, tap on the plus icon to add a new device, and then scan the QR code on the camera and just follow the on-screen instructions, and that's it. So in here we get the two streams from each lens, and we can turn on and off audio, take a snapshot, record video and full screen. Down here we got the talk through the camera, PTZ controls and playbacks. On the top of the screen we can turn on the alarm, turn on the spotlights, view streams one by one, settings, and adjust the night vision mode. But let's have a look at the settings in the web interface instead. And to access the web interface you just type the camera's IP address in the address bar of your browser. Default username is admin and the password is the one you selected. So up here we got the PTZ controls, and we can adjust the pan and tilt speed, and down here the preset points. The basic settings and the advanced settings here are just quick access to some of the more useful settings. But if we click up here we will find all the camera settings. And it's too many settings to go over one by one, so I will just quickly show them to you. And if it's too fast you can always pause the video at any time. Okay, let's have a look at some recordings. This is daytime, recorded with a wide angle lens in 4K at 20 frames per second with audio turned on. And here is the same recording but with both lenses side by side. And this is how the pan and tilt auto tracking looks like. And same recording with both lenses side by side. Here I test the pan and tilt using preset points. This is at night using the infrared lights. This is also recorded in 4K at 20 frames per second with audio turned on. And at night using the spotlights for full color night vision. and both lenses side by side at night. And here I test the vehicle detection. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video, and if you're interested in more videos like this, why not hit that subscribe button and give the video a like, and I see you in the next one.